Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a pick a card reading on what is changing. So, what I've been picking up in the collective energy lately is that a lot of people are really craving change. They've been stuck in their routines and wondering, when is this finally going to happen? Or when am I finally going to make it out of here? When am I finally going to make it to the next level? And I'm having so many people reach out to me for personal readings wondering how they can change things up. So, this reading is all about what the change is that's coming into your life. Then we're going to look into how to invite this change, because I believe that you're very much the co-creator of your life, and that if you are craving change, it's up to you to invite this and to attract this into your life and to create this. So then we're going to look at how to co-create this change, and then we'll see what you should be open to receive as you go along this path. So then we've got some overall advice, and that should pretty much wrap it up. I would love to hear your comments if this reading resonates with you, and check out the description below to find out how you can book me for a personal reading if you want some more specific advice. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose 1, 2, or 3. And to make it easier for you, I have the parrot feather, the seagull feather, or the hawk feather. So if there's a feather that's calling to you, or a stack of cards that's calling to you, go ahead and choose. And you can head to the description below to find the timestamps if you want to fast forward to your reading. So let's get started. If you chose number 1, the parrot feather, what is the change that you're wanting to invite into your life? What is this change that's coming for you? It's something very personal. I can already tell. Because this card, it would usually be like an animal card, but it's one of my blank ones. It's kind of like a wild card. In this situation, I'm feeling like it's really meaning that it's something very personal to you and close to your heart. And this card says, be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? You're wanting to go on to a new path in your life, a path that's more in alignment with your soul mission and your life purpose. A life path that's more, well, this card says, what is your heart's true desire? So it's like there's something inside of you that longs to be expressed. There's an aspect of you that you want to explore, your true self. Maybe the job that you're in and the environment that you're in and the people you're surrounded with, one of those things or all of those things, maybe you're finding that the frequencies are shifting and that this is no longer in alignment, or you're craving change in these areas, one or more of these areas. And I'm seeing a huge block right now is like abundance. You're feeling like one of the main things that's holding you back is like money or material goods. You're wishing that your situation was different. That you could do more, that you could be more, that you could have more. It seems to be like more is what you want. But I feel like what you're missing here is that that will come, because I'm seeing the harvest will come, but first you need to find your heart's desire, because you can get all of these things, but it's not going to make you happy unless you're really in alignment and you're doing what you came here to do. So I pull cards like this for people who would probably consider themselves lost, but you're not lost on the journey. You have to know you're never lost. You're always exactly where you're supposed to be. But this change you're craving is kind of the catalyst. It's starting to make you wonder about yourself, about the life that you're living. You're starting to think like, is there more out there? And the answer is yes. You came here to do more. You came here to be more. You came here to grow and to expand. And the next level is ready for you. The question is just, are you ready for it? And the universe kind of mirrors to you what you are. So if you want to move forward, you're going to have to make a lot of changes on yourself. And some of these changes can be really uncomfortable. A lot of these changes have to do with confronting your inner darkness and owning it, accepting it, doing what you can to change aspects of yourself, and owning what you can't change, and also doing that for the people around you, realizing that there's certain people around you that can't change. It's not your job to change them, and learning how to live in harmony and accept that and create an environment for yourself that's more loving and more supportive to you. So overall, I'm feeling like you want to create a new life for yourself, like you're desiring this harvest, and you're wanting this fruitful time in your life, like a home. You don't really want to have to worry. I mean, who wants to worry? And you just feel like you're having to fight for your share, and you're really wanting like a magical solution, and the magical solution is you. You're the magical solution, and by, you know, drilling down to your essence and getting connected with your truth and coming to that balance, you can find your willpower and your strength to move forward and to create this change. So let's see how you can do that. How to invite this change into your life. And I'm seeing a card that has to do with love. So maybe that's one of the things that you're really wanting to change. You're wanting to manifest some type of union. You're wanting to manifest a significant partner into your life. You're wanting to manifest like the next level in your union, your current union. And I'm seeing this card is talking about taking a leap of faith and facing your fears when it comes to love. This is the funeral flower, and so maybe some of you guys have cut yourself off from love because of what you've been through. Maybe there's a lot of fears that you're manifesting into your relationships, but I see this cloud parting. That's something that's in common between these two photos, like these clouds that are parting for you. And they're saying being open to love is actually going to help you invite this change into your life. So be open to love in all its forms. It wants to come to you. It wants to express itself to you, and allow yourself to receive affection and allow yourself to express love and to be love and to be light. So, you know, inviting change very much is about a momentum that you create, and that starts with like a vibration you're putting out. So that's about being in a receptive mode and being open to what the universe has, not trying to control, looking at things through the eyes of love, not looking through the eyes of fear, not looking through the eyes of hate or anger. And look, I've looked through the eyes of hate and anger myself, you guys. I do it all the time. But if you really want to be open to change, you gotta change the way that you look and that you think. And it's about being aware. It's not like thought policing yourself. It's just, if you find yourself thinking about the past, if you find yourself thinking about people that have hurt you or broke your heart, or you find yourself having anxiety about putting yourself out there again in love, remind yourself and like change the way you think. Like, instead of thinking those thoughts, like remind yourself, you know what, I've come far in this area and I'm glad that I've learned these lessons and I've made it through, and like I'm a strong person now because of everything I've been through. And there's some things I still don't understand why it happened, but I know, like, as I move through life, like these things are teaching me. And start looking at things as like a growing opportunity. Start looking at things as like a lesson. Start looking for the signs. Start looking for the opportunities. Stop feeling like everything's just happening to you and life is out to get you, because I feel like life wants to bless you. Life wants to bless you when it comes to love. And so let's see how you can co-create this in your life. I think you're being asked to surrender. You really are. The universe wants to bring this to you, this connection, this just the feeling of love and connection in general, which you crave. Like, you crave that, and for some reason you're not allowing yourself to have that, or you're scared of it, or you're pushing it away, or it's very close, it wants to come to you. And so the universe is like, you need to get in this cave, chill out, like spend some time in solitude, allow these energies to settle. Because I feel like if you pick this card, you pick the parrot feather, you're feeling a lot of anxiety. Because I feel like anxious as I do this reading all of a sudden, and I'm like, I'm feeling you guys' anxiety right now. And they're saying what you need is just to rest, like quiet your mind, quiet your spirit, stop overthinking everything. Maybe just float for a while. Allow your cork to float. I don't know if there's any like Esther Hicks fans out there. But yeah, like allow your cork to float. Just establish ease for yourself, relax, and spend your time in solitude and spend your time resting, healing. Try to keep yourself busy right now is like a huge message. Like, keep your hands busy, like make art, like clean, like get rid of things, create things. You don't want to be around just dissociating in your mind all the time, scrolling through the internet and whatnot. Like, get into your body, get into the 3D. But overall, they're saying rest. And that's how you can co-create this change. I'm really seeing that this wants to come to you, but like there's these energetic blocks. And the energetic blocks are the fears, are the doubts, are the anxieties. Because I don't know about you guys, but I've struggled with doubt and fear, anxiety, worry my whole life because of like some trauma I went through. And so obviously it led me to tarot, and it led me to like learning all of this advice that I'm giving you guys and I'm channeling to you. But one thing that really helps me when I'm getting into that state, which can happen, you know, I think it happens for everybody, and everyone has their own ways of coping. But for me, I love to paint. And you need to find something that you love to do and channel all of your anxieties into it, and just create some space and allow the universe to bring this to you, because sometimes that's just how it works. You know, you gotta let go of control. That's something I've been learning in my life. Like, let go of the fight, let go of the struggle, let go of control. You know, trust yourself to like take action steps. Trust yourself to be wise enough to listen to your intuition and to you know, use your logic as you move forward. But overall, just let go of control, because you're going to be a lot better off that way instead of fighting your whole way through life. So open to receive healing. You know, it's like you've been through a lot in love and they're really wanting you to open to receive healing. And let me see, I'm going to pull another card for you, because I'm like, I want to know what else you need to open to receive. Clarifier. This card's talking about like backstabbing. It's talking about like something that's just getting the best of you. It's like you can't allow yourself to move forward right now, or even experience joy, or like even think about like having that connection we're talking about, because your heart is blocked because of some things that have happened. And so they're like, go outside and allow nature to heal you. Allow yourself to be soothed by the ocean, by the lake, by the river, by the trees, by the plants, by the sand, whatever it is that's around you. And you need to spend more time outside in the world. Something Infinite Waters, one of my favorite YouTubers, says is that when you're going inside your house, you're actually going outside. And when you're going into nature, that's actually inside. Like, that's where we were born. That's where we came from. And we really need to use nature's elements to help heal and balance us, especially when we're going through stuff like this. So they're trying to give you, like, practical tips here. Like, you'd be surprised what, like, sunshine and some nature would do for you. So overall advice. Yes, I'm so glad I got this card, because I'm feeling this for you too. I just feel like things are very heavy for you right now. And so they're saying you need to be more playful. This is the otter. Its energy is very playful. This deep water, this deep emotion we kind of tapped into here during this reading. They're saying you need to balance that out by being grounded. That's why going out into nature is going to help. That's why, you know, the otter stuff is going to help, doing things that are more playful, more fun. You know, watch a comedian, or go on YouTube and type in funny otters. That's where you can start. Have you guys ever watched the funny otter compilations on YouTube? There's this one where this otter like crawls out of the river and like chases this lady. She's just like standing there, and it's like trying to play with her just like a dog. It's just hilarious. I'm gonna watch it after this. But yeah, it'll make you laugh. It'll brighten your spirits, and like, you need more laughter, you need more play, you need more sunshine. And if you're wanting to manifest this change, that's pretty much it for you. Water, laughter, play, sunshine, and rest. That's pretty much it, and like, this change is gonna come. So that's not hard, it's just you gotta be diligent. All right. I hope that reading helped you. Peace out. So, I'm just clearing myself after my last reading, and I'll clear whoever's watching this with my awesome selenite wand. Just take deep breaths, and you don't have to do anything else. This will just help clear out your chakras. So what we're going to do is we're going to look into the change for you. So if you pulled you want the seagull feather, if you're number 2, let's do this. Wow, okay. Got a bunch of cards here. I'm wanting to turn to this in the guidebook because this is like a newer deck of mine, but automatically I'm seeing your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. I'm seeing that through next to the bold card, and like this card's talking about like a fresh creative energy, just like being at a place in your life where you feel like you're just at the top, you know? So you're wanting a fresh new energy, you're wanting to move, or you're just, maybe the movement is more metaphorical. Like if you're happy with where you're living, it could be talking about like just movement in your life to the next level. I'm seeing this mouse card is so interesting. Like, it's so interesting to me. I feel like it's talking to you about like needing to scrutinize, like you're thinking about a situation, because I see this dude's like also scrutinizing something. Like you're looking into a situation and you're looking at yourself and you're looking at others really carefully right now, and you're like wondering if, you know, you need to see what's right before your eyes and take action accordingly. So you're looking into your situation right now and you're realizing things aren't exactly what you thought they were going to be. There's like this castle here, there's like all these cups, there's like this abundance, there's like this beautiful scenery, and I feel like this person is very comfortable in their surroundings, but there's like something that's off. So if you pulled this one, I don't feel like in your life everything like is like going to hell in a handbasket. Like the first reading I did was very much like a lot of anxiety. I just feel like with you there's something off, and so you're craving a change because something's off, and you're wanting that balance. And it really does have to do with something in your home. It's like a person that needs to change, a situation. Maybe you're just like in a funk in your routine. It could be like your job, like your lifestyle. And they're saying like you're craving something bold, something different. And I'm seeing like this energy, like you want passion back into your life. You want force, you want creativity. You want to feel that like creative power, and you're feeling like you're stuck in a rut right now, and like things will just are not changing, and you're wondering like, when is this gonna happen? So what I see is you are very much in control, and there's a way that you can make this happen. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be living in a situation that fulfills you, and it seems like it's time for you to figure this out. And I believe that you can flow through this period in your life gracefully, no matter what changes you have to make. Change is always uncomfortable, but I know you can do this. So let's see how you can invite this change into your life. So first of all, they're saying you're safe. I feel like I was just saying that because I'm getting this feeling like you're very afraid to make changes, even if it's a little change. Like for you, change is difficult, and you've gotten very comfortable where you are now. Like it's like you're safe, and you're worried, am I going to be safe if I make these changes? Like, is this all going to fall apart? Like, is this all going to come tumbling down? And they're saying no, like you're safe. Like this is a very, like, what force holds Stonehenge together? What force put it there? Like, they're saying that you're going to be safe and protected, and like there's going to be cosmic forces that come together to hold this situation together. These changes you're making are safe. And so that's how to invite the change, because you're afraid of the change because you feel unsafe to make the change. So they're like, just spend some time getting grounded, like use affirmations, tell yourself it's safe to make changes. Realize that in nature, like everything's always growing and changing. Like the forces of the universe want you to change. Like this is going with the flow. If you consider yourself the kind of person that's like easygoing, likes to go with the flow, then like creating this change is going with the flow. Like resisting the change is not going with the flow. And so they're saying like, don't resist this change. You can invite it into your life by knowing that you're safe. So how can you co-create the change? And they're wanting you to look around. They're like, this is how you're going to co-create the change. First of all, realize the cycles and the seasons that you go through in life. Notice that you did just go through a winter, but hasn't the snow been thawing for a while? What do you think is right around the corner? Spring. if there was ever a good time to make a change, this would be the time. That's the message. They're saying, now you finally have your footing. And just like this little wren, you can look ahead to your future and think about like gathering the materials and the supplies that you need in order to make your nest. So they're like, what kind of home do you want to build? Like, how do you want to nest? You have all the support you need. You're in a really good season to be making these changes. It's time for you to leap off this branch and fly, you know? So what should you be open to receive that's going to help you make these changes? Divine intervention. Maybe something has come as a divine intervention for you. Maybe if it hasn't come yet, then be open, because divine intervention is coming. This card might look crazy because it's like this branch broke and this girl was like up in this tree and like she fell, but it's like saying the very same force that struck the branch to make her fall is the same force that's ultimately magically keeping her from hitting the ground and holding her up. Like, sometimes the universe like just mows you down, like crap just happens and it like floors you and you're like, wow, like it's just catastrophe. But like, you know, the old crops sometimes have to be burned in order to make way for new growth, to fertilize that soil. And I see like things are going to come and happen in your life that are going to shake you up, or maybe something's already come and it's like, you know what you need to do now. So this is very much like a wait and see card, or like a trust your intuition card, or like a you know, follow your spiritual path, like follow your destiny kind of card. So it's like telling you, like, you know what change you have to make because it's your destiny. Like, you know where your heart lies in this situation. So the overall advice for you is to have endurance. I'm seeing that for some reason you can't make the change right now exactly, but you'll be able to make it soon. This is talking about a storm that's on the horizon that's still looming. It's like there's some unfinished business to attend to, but you've got this abundance going. The fire represents the abundance. You've got your inner strength and your willpower, like to see this through. And so they're saying you need to have endurance, and you'll know when it's time for you to make these changes. I think the lightning represents healing. Like, you're receiving healing right now, so like you might not be in the best like energetic or emotional state in order to move forward with this change, but they're wanting you to move forward and create it. But you know, obviously everything's happening in the right timing, so don't rush it. No rushing things. That's not what we're about here. But you know, being willing to invite and open up and co-create this change. So I hope that reading helped you. Definitely let me know if it did. Peace out. So I'm just chilling myself out. I kind of knew that these readings were going to be a little intense because a lot of people right now are just craving change, but it's really nice when you remember that like you're the one who has the power and you're the one who's in control of your life. I don't know. I forgot that for so long in my life, and when I got reacquainted with that concept of being like the creator of my life and the creative director of my life, it kind of helped me, because that's what I'm all about now. I'm all about creative directing my life and creating it into, you know, shaping it into something that serves me. It's not about perfection, it's just about rolling with the punches, doing as best as you can, and realizing like you do have the power, you do have the control here. So I feel like for you, this change that you're craving and that you're wanting to invite into your life is very, very personal to you. I got this card for my last group of people I was reading for, but the blank card is like a wild card, and it's talking about like this determination, and you're the hawk feather, you know. Hawks are very, very determined, to say the least, and I'm feeling like this is standing for determination, and it's very personal. I feel like you're craving space. You've been working very hard for very long. I'm seeing this need for solitude, and this need to be alone. Even though you might have had a lot of solitude and been alone, I feel like you're just wanting to take this to the next level. Like, I feel like you've been working really hard, and this is someone who's just pouring over their work and not really able to really enjoy certain aspects of life, or feeling limited because of a job that is very, very taxing. I see that there's a way still for you right now to create this space and for you to have this time. If you can pull yourself out of these emotions and kind of fly above it and take control, you know. One of my favorite, I talk about him a lot, but one of my favorite Instagrammers is Gary Vee, Garyvee. And he's encouraging people, even if they're working like 2 full-time jobs, to like find that hour and like bust it on like trying to create a job or like a lifestyle or a product or service that's like more in alignment with them. So follow him and he'll keep you hustling. He'll remind you, he'll help you find time. That's what I'm saying. But I feel like this is probably part of the change that you're craving, is like wanting to not have to work so much, or wanting this freedom and wanting prosperity, and okay, don't we all? More harmony. But I also feel like there's something going on in love. The change you're creating is, I'm seeing separation or divorce coming up here, because this is talking about like legal documents, contracts, but this could, so some of you guys, it could do with that, and I'm also seeing this also has to do with career satisfaction. So you want to be like your own boss, you want to be like in control. You're sick of other people being in control over you and being your boss, telling you what to do, having to work for the man. All that stuff is represented in this card. And I'm going to pull a clarifier, because this card is talking about completion and just like bliss and just harmony and like material wealth and like being able to be in this apex of the cycle in your life. It's also talking about like the start of a new phase in your career and being able to be more creative, and maybe even traveling for your career, and traveling because of artistic work you want to do. It could even have to do with the birth of a baby. So there's just a lot coming out here. So, you know, obviously there's a lot of people. This is a general reading, but I want to see if I can get a little bit more specific on a clarifier. It looks like you just want space to be yourself, space to like start a new career, or start a new relationship, or start a new aspect or journey in your life, start a, you know, your family. Yeah, stuff is coming up about family, the birth of a baby. And it's like you want a miracle here. Some of you guys could be very tired and broken down from your job. Some of you guys could be just feeling like your lifestyle is just not working, like this is not what you want, and you feel like a slave. Other people are just, maybe you have it all, quote unquote, but you're feeling like something's missing, and you're trying to like find your inner stability and your inner balance and your inner harmony. And so there's definitely a lot going on here. Let's move forward and see how we can invite this change in our life. So how can we invite this? Because we very much are the co-creators of our life, and we can invite this change. Interesting. I'm seeing what needs to happen here is groundedness and patience. Groundedness just means it's like you've been in your thoughts a lot. You've been holding yourself back from enjoying life, holding yourself back from expressing yourself in the way that you really want to. And I see that there's a transformation happening right now. There's a huge transformation happening in you, and you're learning how to let go of control. And you're starting to be prompted to pour your energy into yourself and your passion. Like, this is what you should be doing right now. You know, regardless of the job, regardless of like the responsibilities you have, you still need to make time to pour your energy into yourself and into your passions. And they're saying that, you know, you should experience your love and your passion as you were meant to. I think there's people out there that want to connect with you. Like, these are opportunities that are on your horizon, but it's like you've been holding yourself back from putting yourself out there in the world and connecting with others. So they're saying how to invite this change. Continue this transformation, okay? It's okay to be grounded and to be still now, but when you feel like moving forward, your first step is to connect with others. Because a lot of times when you pray, the answers come through other people. I feel like people are going to be coming into your life to help answer these prayers, you know, expect a miracle, but it's up to you to be open to receive it. And, you know, we just had this beautiful full moon. I feel like a lot of change is being ushered in with that super moon we just had. So next we're going to go ahead and look into how to co-create this change. And they're saying to have respect for your path. Maybe you don't feel worthy, or you don't feel capable of making change because there's been a lot of disaster in your path. But they're saying, remember, as you've made it through this path, you've been able to take these tools and these materials and make stuff work for you. You're actually very resourceful. You've actually learned a lot. You've overcome. You've prevailed. And they want you to remember that and not forget that. You are going to continue to be guided along this path as you make these changes. So what should you be open to receive in order to help you make these changes, in order to help you along this path? And I'm seeing balance. Balance isn't about just being fake positive all the time. It's about embracing the dark and the light. You know, if you've been depressed, or if, you know, sometimes you get down, it's okay. You know, embrace your feelings, embrace your emotions. Don't feel like there's something wrong with you. You know, don't hold yourself back from happiness. It's okay to be depressed one day and happy the next, okay? I feel like some of you guys are really down who picked this card, and you've lost your ability to have happiness. And they're saying, check your surroundings, you know, and for triggers, and, you know, clear out situations and habits and things and places and people that don't serve you, because that helps with balance. But balance also comes from within, and like your inner acceptance of just being able to accept yourself, being able to accept the moment, and being able to be present. And so that's like what you have to work on here. So what is the overall advice? Rest. Every single person got rest. So it's like we're all craving change right now, but what we need more is rest. And there is a way for you to rest and also be dedicated. I forget who said this quote, but it's you know, learn the difference between needing to take a break and take a rest, or needing to quit. Because sometimes you feel like you just want to quit and give up, but really you're just tired and you need to take a rest, and you need to reapproach these things later. So maybe instead of taking life so seriously right now, you just need to rest, but in the background, stay dedicated and remind yourself that you're going to decide to initiate these changes. Maybe the new year is a good time to start. You know, we got a couple weeks in some parts of the world before the new year. So maybe that's something to think about as you rest. So I hope that these messages resonated with you guys. If you're looking for a personal reading, then check out the description below. Peace out.